So I went on here and I was looking at. Well, I can't even get anything to do this anymore. But the firmware on here, the newest firmware for this printer is the 5th of October 2023. So I think that this printer came out around that time. Based on what I can see on my box. And apparently I can't check it while I'm in the print that I know of. I do like the clipper stuff. It's pretty cool. But this thing's just not printing the way I want it to. I guess maybe I'll try some more simple things. This knob's been printing for a while. It's a VFO knob for the Yaesu 450D. The outside of it looks fine. It's just a lot of stringing. I don't feel like I really have a lot to lose here, so I'll go to 225 and I'll observe for a minute. We'll like let it print for like 10 minutes, you know. Where we're at is to print this knob as slow as we're printing. It's going to be almost 3 more hours. And I printed one a long time ago. That was one of the first things I printed with the pyramid printer. And it sure didn't look like that. Mostly the front looked like crap. So there is no supports on this. There's a brim on it. I don't know how it's going to turn out. So here's an example of something that I tried to print, and you see how like it does this hexagonal circle thing. This one here. Another thing too is the seam on these are pretty bad. I think wondering how the hell to hide that seam. And this one here, it's all the way across it. I don't know if that's a Z seam or what that's called. I was looking at this here. Z seam alignment, corner preference, and then random. I want to hide the seam. User specified. Z seam position. Back left, back right, front left. So shortest, hide the seam, hide or expose seam, smart hiding. Let me see. The other thing I wanted to turn off was the filament run out thing, where it'll restart. I'm not really sure what that would be. Something to do with what do you call it? Power outage or something? Travel speed, initial layer interruption, something like that. I'm not seeing anything that like remotely resembles anything. But let's see. Yeah, I don't see anything that's gonna enable support roof, support floor. Don't see anything for it. Anyway. I guess I'm just gonna try a few other things on this printer. Everything's gotta be like super slow. I don't know, something's gotta be wrong with this thing, because it's like I shouldn't have to print this slow, and I shouldn't be getting this crap of quality. So, I know, but I've spent a lot of time on it. And, you know, I know I'm new to this, but this isn't my only printer. And I've had success with several other printers. Even that ender that I returned was printing really good. The thing about the ender is, like, if I had printed this egg or anything, it would have not even been close to screwing together, which I'm not really sure why, but it was damaged and the seller was kind of a dick. So, it was like, it wasn't the Creality official store, it was some other CL store, but they were just, send us a video, oh, we'll do that, oh, we'll do this, oh, did we say that? Oh no, we need a video. Oh, just return it, do this, do that. So, I mean, finally I did. And I know I ain't gonna get any help from Sovol because they're a bunch of pricks. So, the only time that they respond to something is if you put out a really bad video and they know about it. They'll comment to try and defend themselves. But if you have problems with this company, they're not going to do anything for you. So, anyway, I'm going to print this one here on the Neptune. I printed it on this one. It came out okay. I printed it in that red, but it did have a little bit of, you know, stringing, but nothing like that, you know. These are all printed really slow too. That's the sad part. They're printed less than 100 millimeters a second. I think a big problem on this thing is it's just so aggressively tuned. Like they're just trying to, like, as some guy put it, put a Ferrari engine in a Fiat, you know. And they're like, oh, you want clipper? Okay, we're gonna slap clipper onto this bed slinger with palm wheels, and we'll optimize all the test prints on the thumb drive, and then forget about anything else. And no, I have not tried the accelerometer. I'm not even, if I can't get it to print right like this, I definitely don't need to worry about input shaping. But this, you know, this thing is like, in the telescope hobby, where they talk about, you know, department store telescopes that are really crappy as being hobby killers. But this printer would probably be what I would call a hobby killer for a new person, because it's fairly complicated to set up. It doesn't really have auto anything. You could take the springs out of the bed and put the spacers in there and allow it to rely upon the mesh, but even the Creality has a load sensor where it pushes down and adjusts the Z offset, and actually once I figured that out on that one, I realized it was actually pretty accurate, except for the one time it gouged the bed. So this one here, you know, you're going to have to calibrate everything. You know, you might as well just have an Ender 3. And the print quality out of an Ender 3 is better than this. You know, even with the damn Bowden extruder. So that's why I'm like, this can't be this bad. There has got to be something either wrong with the one that I have, something. Maybe there's something's loose inside the extruder. I mean, like, oh, something's going on here, because it's just not working right. I mean, I've got like 6 or 7 printers now. I've got this. I've got the sv07 Plus. I've got the Neptune 4 Pro. I've got a Sunlu S9 Plus. I've got the 2 Pyramid A1 printers. And this is, right now, my worst printer. And it doesn't matter how fast they can print. I'm not trying to print nothing but boats. I don't care if that looks good. It's also PLA. I have not successfully printed anything that looks nice on this printer. Well, hold on. Okay, so this is printed in PETG at 50 millimeters a second. There's holes in it right here. There's a booger on the nose. And there's holes in the head. There's a layer problem here. I adjusted the layers while this was printing on the first layer. Got it dialed in pretty good. That's why you can see that mark there. But this is how this printer prints. And what am I gonna do with this if I was trying to sell something? I'd be, you can't deal with that. There's literally holes. So yeah, and this was being printed at like 50, 60 millimeters, something like that. It's like, wow, I wonder how bad this printer would be without Clipper. I mean, I guess I'm just supposed to just accept this quality and go, well, but look, it's a 27-minute Benchy. Doesn't it look great? Sure, if you want to print with PLA. You know the engineers spent all their time figuring out how to make this one print look good. But they're not going to do that for your personal prints. So, I don't know what's up with this thing. If you guys got any ideas, leave a comment down below.